Hey there, viewers. Isn't traveling just the best thing in the world? But chances are, thinking about the long flights, cramped spaces, and the crying babies wears you out even before you set a foot outside. Well, don't worry, you're not alone in your struggle. The good news is that there are little things you can do to help yourself relax and sleep a peaceful sleep during those long, exhausting flights. Sleep and flight are two words that don't go together very well, but you heard it right, that's what we said. So here are the 10 tricks that will help you have hours of pleasant sleep on a plane. Number 10, be careful with the time. The first thing you should pay close attention to if you're planning a long flight is the time. Do your best to book a flight that's close to the time you usually go to bed at. If you can do that, great, but even if you can't, you should always get to the airport a few hours early. This way, your mind and body will be free of that last-minute anxiety, which will help you sleep later on. Also, don't skip your nighttime routine. Do whatever you usually do before sleeping. Grab your favorite book, bring your eye mask along, and do the face massage. Listen, if you want to catch up on some sleep, you'll have to be okay with looking a bit silly. And when you get there early, you can take some time to walk around so that your body needs rest by the time you get on the plane. So the lesson here is time is money, and you'll thank yourself for being the early bird. Number 9, try to avoid crowded planes. If you have the option of picking the day of your flight, first consider it a blessing, but also use this opportunity wisely. Pick the least popular days for flying. Currently, it's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. This helps you to avoid a crowded plane. Doing a little research on your area's least crowded flight days might sound boring, but compare it to the ordeal of screaming babies, people bumping into each other, and that odor of so many people in the same place. Yet suddenly not so boring anymore, right? Another way you can avoid a noisy flight is by choosing a less popular airport. If you can, always go to the smaller airport because there will be fewer people there. There you go. This will mean more space for yourself, better sleep, and of course the most important thing, blessed silence. Number 8, your seat matters. Turns out, wanting the window seat isn't just the desire of your inner child, it's actually the best spot on the plane if you want a peaceful flight. If you have the option, always pick the window side, but keep in mind that you pick according to the side that you're used to sleeping on. This is because if you're going to rest your head on the window, it should be on the side that's comfortable for you. Also, this way you won't be constantly having to move your legs to make space for that one person sitting next to you who wants to move around too much. You can be the ruler of your territory and enjoy uninterrupted sleep. Also, try to pick a spot in the wing area of the plane because the far front is where families and rowdy kids are, and the far back is next to the bathroom. So find the perfect window seat and you'll be able to relax better with the added bonus of pretending to be in a music video. Number 7, be kind to your spine. Unless you have private jets that'll fly you to get your morning coffee, looking at you, Kylie Jenner, you're stuck with long hours on a tiny seat on the plane. But you can do your best to take care of your back, neck, and legs with the little space you have and enjoy your beauty sleep. First, tilt your seat back to 135 degrees for ideal sleep. It will take the pressure away from your spinal discs caused by sitting straight. Also, make friends with a neck pillow. It's cheap, but it does wonders for your neck. So get one and fit it around your head when you get on the plane. This will help you keep your posture right all the way through by supporting your head and neck. It will also limit your head movement so you can sleep better. Don't forget the legs. If you're provided a pillow on the flight, keep it under your knees, or you can place your legs on the carry-on for support. Other than this, if you feel constricted, walk the aisle if you can, or just go to the bathroom to stand and stretch for a while. This will help your blood circulate and you'll feel comfortable in your body. Number 6, stay at the right temperature. For the perfect sleep, your body needs to be at the perfect temperature, which is not too hot, not too cold. Unfortunately, the temperature on a plane fluctuates a lot. To cope with this, always go for easy breezy clothes for the flight. Take your favorite fluffy socks and shawl with you in case it gets cold, and always wear something made of soft material with layers that are easy to remove and put back on. This way you can adjust your clothing according to the temperature of the plane. But while comfy clothes are good for sleep, they're not a good look if you're headed to a work meeting. Remember, you can always pack the work outfit and change after you've landed. Number 5, humidity and hydration are key. We all know that feeling of unrest that keeps us from sleeping while flying. But we just can't name what it is. Chances are, it's the dryness. The humidity in an airplane is less than 20%, which is much less than the recommended humidity for the human body. But wait a minute, you can't take your humidifier on the plane with you now, can you? Don't worry, there are other ways. Sip on a hot cup of tea or water to rescue your dry nasal cavities. You can also use your trusty nasal drop. And remember to stay properly hydrated. 8 ounces of water for each hour in the air is what the experts want you to drink. Take care of the humidity and your hydration and you'll be able to catch up on your sleep. And also, it will help you with that nasty jet lag. Number 4, bring the right stuff with you. Packing isn't meant only for your destination. Being all set for the way is equally as important. First things first, you'll need your sleeping eye mask and earplugs for obvious reasons. You could also use your noise-canceling earphones. But you know what? You could step up from the earplugs and earphones and try listening to pink noise instead of complete silence. The changing frequencies of pink noise will help you fall asleep faster, so download some of those on your phone before you fly. Also, take your own blanket or scarf for proper comfort. Number 3, aromatherapy will also help. Sweet, light scents will help you sleep better and longer, so try to apply some gentle scents to the surroundings of your seat. And no, don't spray your perfume around. We don't want a civil war on the plane. Go for lavender oil or another light essential oil that you like. But lavender is the best option because experts suggest that smelling it helps with the low-wave, relaxing sleep. Number 2, stay away from screens. Listen, we all know your phone is the best distraction, but if you're trying to get some sleep in the air, you might want to stay away from it. The blue light from the screens of devices messes with the circadian rhythm and the hormone melatonin. You need to unplug your devices at least an hour before going to bed at home, and the same rule applies when it comes to the airplane. Instead of the phone, go for something that calms your nerves down, like meditational audio. Write in your journal or read a book. Number 1, watch what you eat. The last thing you want on a flight is an upset stomach or acidity. To avoid this, the rule is simple: don't eat too much on the plane. Now, I know it's hard to say no to the gourmet food served on economy flights, but try not to give in to the temptation. Instead, go for a light drink like juice or a cup of tea or water. Also, don't eat too much right before boarding the plane. It'll disturb your system and you'll be uneasy during the entire flight. So, say no to buying snacks at the airport. They're too expensive anyway, so you'll also save yourself the regret of wasting your hard-earned money. The best thing would be for you to stick to your usual diet at home and ideally eat a couple of hours before you leave. If you have any digestive issues, try eating something very light and fresh before the flight. Oh, and stay away from alcohol before flights if you don't want soul-crushing jet lag. And avoid caffeine if you don't want to stay awake on the plane. Alright, let us know in the comments what rituals you have before getting on the plane. Also, share your worst flight experience and tell us what you've learned from it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to INFORAMA, and check out some of our other videos. We'll see you in the next one.